All right, let's bring it in. PhillyInfluencer.com. I'm your man, Sean Brace. Monday. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I did. I went down to Brigantine, right outside of Atlantic City. My first time ever there. And the reason why I did that is because I'm a huge AC fan, but I wanted to, get the vibe of the beach. Didn't really want to go over to the Caesar side of things. So me and my girl, we got a spot down in Brigantine, and it was $12, $13 cab ride across the bridge. So we went to casinos, rolled craps all day Saturday, gambled, just a ton, had a blast. So if you're ever interested in doing AC that weekend, but you don't want to stay in AC, do Brigantine. I had a great time. Some good bars down there, some good food as well, but mainly we ended up in the Borgata on Saturday, all day Saturday. It was a terrible, shitty day as far as beach weather is concerned. So we rolled craps, won there, won on the Champions League. FC Barcelona gave that to you, minus 165. That was pretty easy money. Unfortunately, did not hit the Triple Crown, the Trifecta, and the Superfecta. I did not. Didn't have the 6-horse. Had the 7. Had American Pharoah. Did not have the 6-horse. Was pretty pissed off by that, but pretty cool to see American Pharoah get it done. History was made. Strong horse, weak field. I'm not really going to compare American Pharoah to Secretariat. I'm just going to tell you that I thought he was the best horse this year. He showed you exactly that, the Kentucky Derby to Belmont and the Preakness. So pretty cool to see that happening. A lot of people were stoked. And there's some really cool stories out there about people at the Belmont that bought tickets, $2 tickets to American Pharoah to win. I think something like 96% of the tickets that were bought, the $2 tickets, which didn't pay much, but people just wanted to keep that as a memento, a souvenir to hang on to. So there's some pretty cool stories out there. American Pharoah winning the Triple Crown. We witnessed history on Saturday. Pretty damn cool. Some other things that happened over the weekend. That's right, I like to kick things off on Monday. Who won the weekend? I can't go Game of Thrones, even though it was a pretty damn good episode. I'm not going to spoil it for the people that didn't see that, but easily LeBron James. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers won the weekend by going out to Golden State and winning Game 2. And quite frankly, some people are trying to make the argument that they should have won Game 1. Could you imagine the Cavs being up 2 games to none right now? Could you even think that through? Without Kyrie Irving, I honestly did not think that they had a chance. Hit my man up at GodfatherLocks.com. He said, nope, we're going Cavs tonight, plus the 7. I was in for the ride. I bought in because obviously my man GodfatherLocks.com, he knows what he's talking about when it comes down to the NBA Finals. I'm in with whatever he's selling me. I wasn't that much of a believer because I was just saying LeBron is going to have to put this team on his back, and oh, by the way, the Warriors are going to have to choke it up. I wouldn't say so much that the Warriors choked it up. I just don't think the shots were falling. Steph Curry had a terrible game, one of the worst games in his professional career. 5 of 23 from the field, 2 of 15 from downtown. I love that he just kept on shooting. 19 points he finished with. An ugly 19, to tell you the truth. Klay Thompson, 14 of 28, 34 points. Deladova, I know people want to make him out to the Steph Curry stopper. Stop that noise. I don't even want to hear that. Steph Curry just had a bad game. That's all there is to it. I fully expect him to return to MVP status in Game 3. LeBron James, though, is the story. That guy is an absolute beast. He is creeping up the lines. If they win this series, if they win the finals and he gets a ring this year, I'm sorry. Magic, he's passing you off, right? I mean, what else does he have to do? He's the only one on this team. Every single time they touch the ball, LeBron James, he has to touch it. Every time the Cavs are bringing the ball up the court, if it's not LeBron James playing point guard, trust me, he's going to get it down in the block. All right? He's going to set up that offense. Every single time. That's all they have is LeBron James. No Kyrie Irving. Granted, he was there to get them to this point, except for the Chicago series. But still, Kyrie was there throughout the course of the season. So was Kevin Love. But right now, you're talking about a strong, talented Golden State Warrior team that went 39-2 at home. You can't luck into that. 39-2 at home. And they have bodies that they could throw at LeBron James. I was disappointed in their effort. One thing that really caught me last night was how easy it was for LeBron James. He wants the ball. Well, if you have to double him up without the ball, you got to do what you got to do. I think that's something that they need to look at, the Golden State Warriors, and make a change on their end. LeBron James was getting the ball way too easy down in the blocks and setting it up on offense. Granted, if he's taking it up, you can only do so much, but there was times that they let Deladova bring the ball up, and LeBron James was already setting up shop down there. And he, gave a little push, and he got it. You got to go hard there. Throw bodies at LeBron James if you want to beat him. Last night, triple-double performance, 39 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists. And that's after the Game 1 performance where my man was out of his mind. Unbelievable display of just athleticism by LeBron James this series. And again, if they're able to pull off the upset, you were getting them at 2-1. 2-1. All right? Right now, you want to bet this series? Golden State minus 200. Minus 200. Cleveland plus 175. Go ahead and bet it. The line for Game 3, Golden State minus 1. So what is that telling you? It tells me Golden State's probably going to win Game 3. I'm not ready to go too crazy about that just yet, so we'll see how that plays out, because I think Steph Curry's going to bounce back. But the story, who won the weekend? LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Unbelievable game. I can't believe that they pulled that game out 95-93. I thought the I thought the refs were terrible down the stretch, so I was pulling for the Warriors even more. I was pulling for the Cavs even more because I thought LeBron was getting hosed. Granted, he traveled on that one holy pivot foot. He went up on the right, came back down with the left, and then he got hacked by Iggy. But probably should have been a call. The jump ball, what the hell was that call? How do you even? It's a finals game. You're calling that BS call? So I thought the Cavs were getting a short end of the stick, maybe a little home cooking, but they ended up holding on to that ball game 95-93. Great 2 games, and the ratings are through the roof. I think this Game 2 beat Game 1's ratings, highest 2004. Pretty impressive. I'm glad that everybody's entertained by Steph Curry and LeBron James and company. So I've been watching the Warriors all season. I love watching the Warriors, but LeBron James is by far the best bang for your buck. Incredible performance last night. Looking forward to Game 3. One other note on the Warriors. I've been giving David Blatt some shit that I don't think he's the best coach in the world. I think we can all agree to that. But he does have history. He knows the game. Even though it was across seas, he's still got 20-plus years of coaching. And I really got to give it up to him for getting Mozgov. What a difference he's been. I thought he had his moments in the game last night. He had 11 rebounds and 17 points. He knew Mozgov would help this team. He coached Mozgov in the past. So he said, let's go out there and get him. He spearheaded that trade. He made that trade happen. Cleveland gave up a lot, but still, that's the type of move that they need when you want to win a ring. J.R. Smith, Shumpert showed up this year. It's amazing. J.R. Smith with a dumb foul, almost costing the team not once but twice yesterday. Jeez. I know I heard Reggie Miller this morning on Dan Patrick's show saying those are the type of fouls that will cost you a series. You have to be smarter. But then I say to myself, hey, who are we talking about here? J.R. Smith. So I'm looking forward to Game 3. Like I said, Warriors -1 in Cleveland. LeBron took the podium yesterday and said, hey man, we need our fans to be getting crazy loud. So I fully expected that place to be on fire. Steph Curry taking some shots at Deladova, saying he's not a stopper. I'll be back. I'll just look at the film. Everything will be fine. He's not doing anything different. So I think Steph Curry will be shooting the daylights out. He'll return to that MVP form in Game 3. One other quick note from the weekend that I wanted to get into. Peter King from his Monday Morning Quarterback column on SportsIllustrated.com. Check that out, mmqb.si.com. He just talks real quickly about Chip Kelly and how he thinks that the Philadelphia Eagles will finish top three in rushing. We talked about this last week. And tomorrow, a little side note, I'll be joining the boys from Bleeding Green Nation for their podcast happening at 7 o'clock. Check me out tomorrow on Twitter with all the details. I'll be tweeting it out for ways to get you involved, because I think we tape it live. So I'm looking forward to talking some birds with the boys. Bleeding Green Nation, a great blog. But Peter King comes out and says, I think one of the football stories we paid far little attention to this offseason is what the Eagles have done with their skill positions. Adding running backs DeMarco Murray, the #1 rusher in the league in 2014, Ryan Matthews, #7 in 2013, Nelson Aguilar with the first-round pick, subtracted Shady McCoy without Jeremy Maclin, with Murray, Matthews, and Sproles. And he says, I'm told is still a major favorite of Chip Kelly. Gee, yeah, you think? I think you'll see the Eagles be a top 3 rushing team in 2015. That is, if they're efficient at it, the Eagles will be in the top 3 in the NFL in rushing attempts this year. Well, yeah, attempts will be there. We know that. But it's about production. And all I know is this. If you're a top 3 in rushing, that translates to victories. And if you're able to bring that physical play to the postseason, all right, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but that's the type of things that will translate to victories in the postgame. You got postseason, you got to be tough. You know, that takes a different monster to compete in those months, the Januaries, and obviously Super Bowl happening in February. Just take a look at the NBA Finals. Now, I'm not trying to get too crazy because there's only two players on the Cavs that played in the Finals, but LeBron James and James Jones are the only two guys that have played in the Finals. You look at LeBron, he knows what it takes to win in the Finals. The Warriors, not so much. So I'm looking forward to talking a little bit more about the Eagles tomorrow. Wanted to keep this one short, so please, check it out, PhillyInfluencer.com. Check me out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. That's where all the videos go. Check out the website, PhillyInfluencer.com. Like I said, the Facebook page, Philly Influencer. And, of course, me on Twitter, @Sean_Brace. Going to do some things differently this week. I'm going to get an email up where we can ask us some questions, do some different segments. But I just wanted to get this one out here, keep it nice and short for a Monday. And I will talk to you tomorrow. See you.